Hi everyone, it's Larissa. Welcome back to another video on my channel. If you're new, hello, welcome. My name is Larissa. Nice to meet you. So today I'm going to be revealing my stats that basically everyone has been asking me for so long since my college decision video. So if you want to see my college decision reactions video, my decision video, I will link those down below. Requested because a ton of people have asked me how I got into UCLA, which is literally the #1 public university. Don't fight me and don't be saying Berkeley is the better one. UCLA is the #1 public university and the #1 university applied to every single year. I am a first generation student, which basically I am the first one in my family to obtain a degree. And second, I applied for the film school. So the film school at UCLA is very competitive and selective. They don't really accept a lot of people, so if you get accepted there, it's a rare and one-time opportunity. It's just a little information about me. In this video, I will be reviewing my stats, the classes I took, and my extracurriculars, and the awards I got, basically everything that I put on the UC application. And I will also be telling you guys like the essays I wrote on them, which I guess is pretty much one of the main factors that the UC looks at, because every UC looks at different things. Every UC is different and unique in their own way. But if you just want to know just like everything that's on my application, this is the video. And I'm not saying that if you have the same stats and things as me, you will get into UCLA. Everyone is different, and that is why that the UCs do their personal insight questions or PIQs, because they want to see you as a whole, just you individually. So yeah, I also have a notebook which basically reveals all my notes and stuff like that, and I also have my phone which I'll be looking down, which I'll be telling you the courses that I took that got me into this school. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get on the video. This is like very irrelevant, but I will be telling you guys like a little bit of my high school stats. So starting off with my GPA. So my high school does unweighted and weighted, and if you don't know what that means, weighted is basically your GPA with AP classes, unweighted is just your GPA with not AP classes. About a total of 6 APs total throughout high school. And so my unweighted GPA is a 3.8, and then my weighted GPA is a 4.5. My GPA at community college doesn't do weighted and weighted and unweighted, because like it's college. It's not like you can take like extra college or honors courses. It won't really boost you up. Applied to UC was a 3.65, and then how I finished community college, I finished with a 4.0. So I really worked my butt off in community college. That's like my overall GPA. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna go switch onto my phone to look at my unofficial transcript that I emailed to myself the day before I filmed this video. Starting off as my first year, which is fall 2018. So I took digital video production, introduction to film, and freshman seminar class, concert choir, and psychology. And I got an A in all of them. Okay, in that year, I took Chinese 1 and English 105, which is the class, and I got an A in both of them, so that's a 4.0. Fall of 2019, I took English 110, and then I took Math 200, and then Math 800, which is like a support, because I'm bad at math. I suck at math. So for math I got a B, and then that English 110 I got an A. So I got a 3.5. That following year, spring 2020, which is where we're not going to talk about that year, but I took astronomy 100, digital media 100, film 200, and I got a B in astronomy, a B in digital media, and a B in film 200. So that literally marks off as a 3.3. It's like 3.2, but it's higher if you round it. 3.3. Next, I decided to take a summer course, and if I didn't take a summer course, I probably would still be at community. For 2020, I took biology 150, and then biology 150, and then I took a Shakespeare class because it was required, because for one of the UCs I applied to, you have to take a literature class. 2020, so I took public speaking, digital media 118, which is the audio production, film 130, and then so I got an A in all of them, so 4.0. Spring 2021, woo, which is the last semester. I took the astronomy lab, and then I took a college and career success class, which is for this program I'm in. I have to take digital media 102, which is about the media, ethnics 101, and US history, and I got a 4.0 in all of them. Okay, so next I'm gonna talk about my extracurriculars and my awards that I got. So first, I did work while I was in college, and I did talk about that on my application. So basically, I work at a bakery. It's called Uncle Tetsu, and I've worked there for about 2 years. Also president of the film club for 3 years, and I was just on the swim team for about 6 years when I was a kid, but like I don't think it really mattered that much. And then I also said I also talked about this during on my application, which is I was a YouTuber slash producer slash editor for about 8 years on YouTube. And so I was the president of my choir club at school for about 3 years. I was the editor for Miss Chinatown, and I got an award for that. And basically what it is, it's basically my dad does beauty pageants, and so I edited the pageant, so I got an award for that. Like, I did that for only 1 year. I got a paid internship, which I think this really just stood me out on my application. I did it for my mom's friend who teaches like kung fu and stuff. So yeah, and I edited and I got paid for it. So yeah, that pretty much that's what I put on there. Oh, and I did also put like what I do at community college while having a job and everything. So I was part of the college honors project, which is probably one of the reasons why I got into UCLA. Basically, at your community college, you have the option to be enrolled in the honors college, and you have to meet the GPA requirements and be in good standing at community college. But every community college has different rules in being the honors project, and if you are in the honors project, you get to enroll in honors courses, or if you're not enrolled in honors courses, you basically do like a specific project while being enrolled in the class. So yeah, and it really helps you boost up your application. It makes you stand out, and if you are enrolled in that, basically that basically has a higher chance of you being accepted at UCLA and other UCs. I know Berkeley has a separate one, but I didn't participate in that. So I was in the College Promise program, which is basically where you get free tuition and free books throughout your year at community college. And if your community college has something along that line, I highly recommend you getting involved in it, because it is free tuition, free textbooks, and you also get free benefits as well. So I definitely recommend you getting involved in it. So yeah, like definitely I highly 100% recommend, because college is not cheap. But even if you don't get the spot, since it is really like they're kind of selective on it, from what I've heard from other people, community college is really affordable for everyone. And now basically our California governor signed that, you know, community college is going to be for free, at least in California. I'm not sure for other states. Also in the college my college's EOPS program, also extended, which stands for Extended Opportunity Program, which is basically a program for low-income students, and basically they pay for your tuition, books, and then they also pay for your UC college applications and CSU application. For your UC, you get to pick up to 4 schools you apply for free, and then CSU's is the same thing. So basically I only had to pay an extra $75 for the CSUs because I applied to 5, but it wasn't that bad. So yeah, and then I was also involved in the college transfer club, which is basically where I learned basically everything of how courses transfer. And yeah, I was just like a member. I wasn't like, you know, like a president. I'm gonna be talking about my PIQs, also known as my personal insight questions. So the PIQs are basically our mini essay prompt questions that you have to answer, and it really just identifies yourself, like who you are, because everyone has a different experience, no matter if you're a freshman or a community college student. So so for transfers, you do have to answer like a specific question, but you answer a total of 3 because there are a total of 7. So you answer 2 of like the prompts they give you, and then you also answer 1 that you like have to answer. Like have to answer is basically, please describe how you prepared for your intended major, including your readiness to succeed in your upper division courses once you enroll at the university. So basically what I wrote here is that my film major, I've always loved film. Like I love working with cameras, and at a young age I was introduced to the industry in such a long time, or for such a while. And basically when I enrolled at community college, I knew that I wanted to pursue this path, and I also met so many people like who are interested in this industry just like I am. And I said that once I enroll in the UC system, that I would take my upper division courses, and to help me to become a producer, read my essays. Do let me know in the comments. I still have access to those. Okay, so one is, I chose the first question, which is describe an example of your leadership experience in which you have possessionally influenced others, helped distribute or contribute to group over time. So I talked a lot about my leadership in the film club at my school. I don't really want to put I'm not gonna like tell like everything, but basically I was saying like I've never really been like a group leader, or I never really saw myself as a leader, but I really want to just like shoot my shot, and you know, and as a leader I really got to learn the opportunities. I got to learn how to connect with people, work with people, like, you know, stuff like that. So that's what I really talked about. Question I answered was prompt number 2, which was every person has a creative side, and it can be expressed in many ways: problem solving, original and innovative thinking, and artistically. To name a few, describe how you express your creative side. So basically I talked about my YouTube channel, how when I first started YouTube, the main thing of how you gain subscribers is doing collabs with other people. And so I explained the collab creating process, how like you have to come out with ideas that you both like, and you also have to communicate with others. And I talked about this one collab I did where I had to make a certain video, and you know, and it was really hard to communicate with people and stuff like that. Basically the collaboration side of YouTube. The next one I answered was number 4, which was describe how you've taken advantage of a significant educational opportunity or work to overcome an educational barrier you have faced. So I talked about my job at Uncle Tetsu, how I worked for 2 years, and basically, if y'all didn't know, I was about to get fired. I was about to get fired from this job. And so I talked a lot about that, and how I had to have multiple meetings with the manager and everything. Like obviously I can talk, like I'm not gonna go into too detail about it, but I really had to get on everyone's like good side, because everyone was treating me horribly. So I really just talked about my experience a little bit with work. I didn't really go too detail because, you know, it's not like they're gonna find out, but I really just kind of just talked my experience about work. But yeah, but I can't really say too much because I signed a contract. So that's basically all I did on my college, my PIQs. And I really think that PIQs really put a big factor on your application as a whole, because it does show you who you are. Because without the PIQs, I do not think like the UCs would accept anyone, because unlike the UCs, the CSUs, they mainly look at you for grades. And so if you have like a really bad GPA, it's like a hit or miss kind of thing. But I feel like the UCs can really like make you shine. But the UC application process of how they look at application is a lot more competitive, because like you have people that do so much just, you know, just for anything. So I really consider, you know, like really working hard on your PIQs, and make sure to have people edit your PIQs, no matter if you're a freshman or a transfer. Like, make sure, and also like ask people who don't know you well. I did make this mistake and I really regret this, but ask someone like you barely know and let them read your PIQs and see if it's like a calling. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and let me know if you have any questions throughout this journey, because I have a lot more to say. Like I might film a community college advice video, but I feel like there's enough advice on community college on my channel, so it's like, you know. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.